Hi everyone, so this is a shirt I made using Simplicity Pattern 8180. This is not a step-by-step tutorial. This is just some tips, some steps shown on how I made the shirt, but mostly on how I sewed that collar on. I was unable to follow the instructions on the pattern. It was very confusing, and so I would like to share how I did the collar, and hopefully it helps somebody who is having these difficulties. So this is the pattern, very straightforward. All the pieces are easy to cut, except I did not end up using piece number 5 for this pattern. The front and back need to be adjusted widthwise, and you will see that because of the buttons, and the pattern explains one side's longer than the other. So this is my pocket. You fold with an iron, stitch it on. It also calls for a stay stitch at the collar because of the curvature, I guess, to prevent fraying or stretching. And I did that, and that's my pocket. My first tip is to mark that V and not freehand it. It can come out pretty awkward if you freehand it. So this is the collar, which the pattern calls for an opening. You have to sew the front and back pieces together first in order to center your collar. And like I said, I was trying to follow the instructions in the pattern, but I did not understand how the finished product was going to look or how to sew that collar on with that opening. So still hopeful, I decided to do the lining. At this point I still had that opening, but I did not understand how that opening was going to come together. So after placing my lining at the front, I stitched it, and instead of leaving that opening and trying to follow the instructions, I went ahead and I just stitched all the way across the shirt. There was no problem curvature wise. I feel it came out fine. It did not affect the collar at all. It lined up perfectly with the lining, and you didn't have the pocket with that issue. This is what the final product of the collar looks like, and I think it's fine because no one's going to really ever see it the way the collar folds over. So I feel that was the easiest way to attach a collar, to be honest. So here's a few tips I learned a lot along the way. First of all, the curvature of the sleeve can be a little, I guess, a little tough, and what I suggest is serging first, and definitely iron the ends first before stitching the ends of the sleeve. The sides are pretty easy. It's just a straight stitch across, so that part was easy peasy. And then the shirt. This is why I'm saying that you need to serge first, because I found out when I had turned it inside out that there was some stitching that had caught on the sleeve. Yeah, so I really suggest serging before straight stitching the sleeves on. The curvature of the pocket, obviously, like I said, mark it, and make sure you stitch nicely at the bottom or it can look a little pulled. So anyways, this is the shirt. I hope this video helped a little. That collar can be very confusing. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe.